everybody, we're coming to you from Washington State Community College here with our very first episode of our program premiere Facebook Live series where we are spotlighting our academic programs here at Washington State. And each Tuesday you can join in at noon to join us to learn more about some of our academic programs. I'm Megan and I'm new to the college, and I hope that along with this brand new program you'll be able to find some useful information today. So today we're going to talk about our medical laboratory technology program, and whether you're a current student or you're thinking about enrolling, we hope that this will help you on your academic journey. Today we have Heather Kincaid with us today, who is our Dean of Health Sciences here at the college. So thank you, Heather, for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Megan.
Now, Heather, can you share a little bit about the background of the program for MLT for us?
Absolutely. Well, this program has been here since 1981. Our first graduating class was in 1983, so we have always been fully accredited during that whole time. And so we have had a lot of graduates, many of which, if you go in the hospital's laboratories today, you'll ask them where they graduated from, and they'll probably tell you Washington State.
Great. And can you share a little bit about what students might expect here? Maybe share about some of the equipment they might be using with the microscope right here behind us?
Absolutely. We use a lot of different equipment here in the laboratory, very high-tech equipment. And so one of the things that you will do as a lab tech is utilize a microscope, do a lot of microscopic work. And so we just recently purchased our new Nikon series microscopes, and this is really nice for teaching because it does have a tablet here on the top, and so that allows the instructor to see up here what the student is actually viewing on the microscope. And the other nice feature is that you can take a digital photo of anything that they're looking at the microscope. And so that is really nice because it allows you to go over the different cells and the different identifications of the cells. So it's a very great teaching tool that we use here.
Sure. And can you kind of list some of the programs, those classes that students might be taking with MLT major?
The one thing about being an MLT is that you do have a lot of different departments within the laboratory that you can work. Some of those departments are things like hematology, abnormal hematology. Of course, that's the study of blood. One of the things that is very interesting about what we do is that a lot of times the lab tech is the first person that is going to know that somebody has a leukemia and would be able to determine the type of leukemia that it probably is. And so I don't know that a lot of people realize that. So you have to be able to recognize normal versus abnormal cells. Another department that we have is diagnostic microbiology. And that's a lot of fun too. That one we talk a lot about the different types of bacteria, parasites, fungus, all those sorts of things. Another thing that we are able to provide the physician is whether or not the physician has you on an antibiotic that will be effective against the infection that you may have. So that comes from the lab tech and the testing that we do in here. We also do things in clinical chemistry. Clinical chemistry is things like your blood sugar, your potassium, your cholesterol, triglycerides. We can tell if a patient is having a heart attack or if they are having something with their pancreas going on. So there's a lot of different things that we can do in clinical chemistry. Another big department of the laboratory is what we call blood banking. The correct term for that is immunohematology. That particular department, you need to really make sure that you are detailed because it would be your job as the lab tech. If someone needed blood, you would have to type your patient. You would go to the blood bank, select a unit of blood that should be compatible, but then you will mix that unit of blood with your patient's just to make sure that there won't be a transfusion reaction. That you never want to give somebody the wrong type of blood because the consequences can be severe. So you have to be really careful. I always like to tell prospective students that this is a great career if you are someone that wants to be a part of the medical field, but you don't want that one-on-one patient contact every day. The main job that you will do is back in the laboratory, working with all of the other lab techs as you are responsible where you shine is back in the laboratory. So we're kind of what you would call the behind the scenes worker. A lot happens. About 70% of a patient's chart is laboratory results.
Well, can you share a little bit about the prerequisites to get into the program here?
Again, right now, in order to enroll in this program, you have to have a C or better in high school algebra, biology, and chemistry. We do offer those classes here if a student has not had them in high school. We do have an application process that they would need to complete. That application can be found on the Health Sciences page, program page, on the website, the General Washington State website. Everything that you need is in that packet. Everything is completely online. You submit all of your transcripts, everything goes through that particular portal. So once it comes in, it will be evaluated. You would start receiving some emails saying what you needed, if there was anything outstanding that you had to have. And if not, your program approval will come through that as well. So it's a very easy process to do.
Sure. And is there a deadline to apply to this program?
There isn't. There is no deadline. This is considered to be what we call a first-come, first-served program upon completion of your prerequisites. So the date of your application is very important because we do accept based on where that application date is and when you finish the prereqs and everything that you had to have for the program.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Heather.
Sure.
And if anybody has any follow-up questions, please feel free to comment below and we'll be happy to get back to you as soon as we can on that. But again, whether if you're looking to enroll or you're a current student in the program getting ready to start, we're happy to help you out with that. And once again, thank you for joining us, and we hope that you'll join us for the next program premiere on Tuesdays at noon. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.